Today, we're down at the Laurel Snow State Natural Area, and we came down to do some photography a little bit different than normal. A lot of people, when they come to areas like this, they are focused on the big picture, which would be the attractions down here, would be the waterfalls. But today, I decided we're going to do some creek walking and some different kind of photography, looking at the small picture, trying to find isolated compositions that nobody else has shot. I mean, anybody can go up to these waterfalls and get these photographs of the waterfalls, and that's fine. You know, that's what they want to do. But sometimes it gets a little boring and you want to do some different things. So from a photography standpoint, I like to drop down into the creek beds. There's Tim Childers behind me, and do photography down in the creeks. So we're down here inside of Richland Creek right now, just outside the parking lot, working on a composition right here. So we had to come down from the trail, which is back up here at the top, and we came down through these rock crevices here, and I'll show that in the video when we're going back up. So today is about not the waterfall, but the compositions.
Well, I was thinking the rain was going to be done.
Yeah, I thought the rain was going to be done too. It's trying to rain on us down here. So we're working on this little composition right here, and Tim and I both are going to take a crack at it. And he's got his 16mm prime lens he's going to use, and when he gets his video out, we'll get to see what some of those photographs look like. I've got a 14-30 zoom. It's really trying to rain now. I may have to go get my umbrella. Tim's got this really cute 16mm lens on the front of his, what is that, is that the R62?
This is the R.
Oh, just the R.
Yeah.
He's using it's got a little bitty filter on it, but he's using that 16mm right now to shoot this right down here.
This was the first composition of the day. This was at the beginning of the trip, and it started to rain, so we had to return to the cars, and then it stopped raining, so we continued on our journey.
Well, we just looked at the radar, and it looks like it's going to start raining on us, so we're not very far out of the parking lot. We're going to head back up towards the cars for a little bit, see if it goes away. We're not ready to give up yet, but I just wanted to show you this right here. This is how we got down here. We got to make our way back up that crack in that rock right there to get back up to the trail. It's probably about, I don't know, 15 foot down to the bottom. It's not too hard. You got this nice man-made wall, stone wall here. Well, like I was saying earlier, we just concentrating on some intimate compositions instead of the whole big picture here. So we were walking down the trail, and we happened to notice this little area that I'm about to show you. So this really perked our interest. There's a lot going on. They've had quite a bit of rain here, so the flow is really up. But there's a lot of interest right here, so we're going to take some photographs of this, and we'll show those in the video now.
So I pulled out the 70-200 to grab this shot right here. It was at 70mm. And in just a little while, I'll show you the same composition where the camera was set at the same position. I just changed lenses to the 14-30.
So we both set up, Tim and I both set up with the 70-200s, trying to get this composition right here. And then I pulled out my 14-30 and did some wide shots. And the previous shots I just showed you in the video with the 70-200s, I'll show you the wide shots now.
And this is from the same location as the previous image, except this is with the 14-30. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this is about the compositions today. And here's another one I found upstream, just a little bit farther than the previous one.
We are just finding all kinds of interesting compositions down here in the creek, and a lot of intimate things. And we're set up down here off the trail. We've come off the trail a little bit, and we're doing some photographs right here. And Tim's behind me, over here getting set up. I'll put him on the shot back here, see what he can do with it.
I didn't make an image here of the composition, but I did manage to capture Tim making his photographs.
Beautiful area. This little area right here is called the Henderson Creek Cascades by some of the locals. I don't think it's an official name, it's just one that we've given it. Tim's getting set up with his 70 to 200. I'm going to take some tight compositions here. Can't wait to see what he does with them in his computer. Well, we made it up to the new bridge, and that's about as far as we're going to go today. That's about 2 miles from the parking lot, and we haven't got to the hard stuff. But this here's a composition that I was just looking at, and I shot this with my 14 to 30 at 20 millimeters. So we'll look at that in the video now and see what it looks like.
This area under the bridge never disappoints. I've made many photographs from this location. I like this one because of the fog in the background. And I've looked at this area before, but never shot it. And since this day was about the composition, I decided to stop and make a photograph of it.
I told Tim to come over here and set up on the tripod, that I had him a good shot right here, but he had to change the L bracket on his camera. Sorry about that, I didn't know he had to do that. But he's got it now. Bring it all the way to me. Well, that's gonna about do it for today. We was up at the Laurel Snow State Natural Area doing some photography today, making some photographs. And we chose not to spend a lot of time on the popular areas. We kind of got down in the creek and looked for some different compositions to photograph. Anyways, thanks for coming along today. Hope you enjoyed the video. And if you like what I do, you like the channel, go ahead and give me a subscribe and a thumbs up. It'd be much appreciated. Until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye now.